Oh my gosh, I am so excited to share these cute little mugs with you today. I found these at Walmart and I'm going to show you the tag because they're Mr. Christmas brand. And so these came from Walmart. I saw something similar at Hobby Lobby. They had reindeer and gnomes at Hobby Lobby as far as I saw. I thought it would be fun to make little whipped cream toppers on these, and they have a little ribbon so you can use them as an ornament. Although this ribbon's not very long, I probably will put a longer one on here just to make it easier to hang. But these would also be really cute on a tiered tray if you just wanted to cut the ribbon off and just use it on a tiered tray. They're so small and so cute. So we're going to do a few different designs here today. So I'm going to start out with just a plain white whipped cream and put some different decorations on that one. And then we'll do some other colors. So I have lightweight spackling here, and mine is really nice and bright white. If yours looks gray, add a little bit of white paint to it and make sure that you have the right consistency. So that it's like a real whipped cream consistency. And then I'm just going to take my piping bag and a piping tip. So for this first one, I'm going to use my 2D piping tip. So it's just a closed star. So I'm just going to push it down into the end of my bag here. And then I'm going to mark just below those openings so that I can cut it right there. And then the tip should go through and stay inside the bag. I'm just going to fill this up with my white spackling. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Santa one. Now, normally when I do a mug, I would just make a topper for this, but because this is so small, I'm going to just put my whipped cream right into the center of it. The thing about this also is because this is ceramic and like shiny, I want to make sure to really get down into all the grooves so that if the whipped cream happens to come loose, it's going to be like one big clump that isn't going to be able to fall out and come out. So I'm just going to pipe this down into the inside as well as I can. And then I want to make it look fancy on the top. So that's what it looks like so far. So I have a few decorations that I'm going to put on here. The first thing I want to do is put some sprinkles. So I have some red and green sprinkles that I made out of polymer clay. And I have a video on my channel showing how to make these if you want to make your own, or you can order them on Play Code 3. I have a discount code for them in the materials list for you. And then I have these little cookies, chocolate chip cookies that I made out of polymer clay. And all I did was take a tan clay and then made it into little round thin pieces. And I textured it with a toothbrush, and then I put little dark brown dots of polymer clay on. So I'm going to put these on my little Santa here. And then I also have some candy canes that I made out of polymer clay. So I think I'm just going to put one of those in here. Now just be careful you don't put too much weight on the top of this. You don't want it to weigh down your whipped cream. So just be careful with that. These are all very lightweight things, so they're not weighing my whipped cream down. Now for the next one, I was thinking that I would do like a chocolate whipped cream. My friend Jen posted a picture of one that she made like this, and I thought it was so cute. And Jen, I'm so sorry, I do not know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not going to call you out here, but this was inspired by her project. So I just have my white spackling, and I'm going to add some chocolate color to it. So I have melted chocolate from Apple Barrel here. So I'm just going to put some in. Now for this one, I'm going to kind of make it look like cocoa. So I want to make some little mini marshmallows for it. So I just have a little piece of foam clay here. And I'm going to condition it. And then I'm going to roll it out into a snake. You can decide what size you want your marshmallows to be. I'm going to make these pretty small because my little mug is so small. And then I'm just going to cut these into pieces that are as close as possible to the same size. And then I'm just going to roll each little piece, and then I'm going to press it down on the ends and just keep doing that until I get the shape that I like. And you can make these up ahead of time if you want and let them dry, and that'll make it easy for you to work with them. Be careful not to let them touch each other or they'll stick together. So for this one, I'm going to use a mini tip. I used a regular size piping tip for the other one, and I just want to see what the difference will be using a smaller tip if it turns out better with this small of a project. So this one is K37 from my set. This is just a little cheap set that I got on Amazon, and I'll link up to this for you if you want to check out. It has a ton of different tips in it. So just pipe your chocolate cream in up to the top. Then we want to make sure we make it fancy on the top. I mean, if you wanted, you could only fill it up to there since it's hot chocolate. It's up to you, but I'm going to fill it up higher. I think the small tip actually works better for this project. So I'm just going to put my little marshmallows in. And I actually have a peppermint that I want to put on the top too. So I got these little peppermints at Hobby Lobby, and they're not like, I have some other ones that are bigger like this, which would be too big for this, but this tiny one is just the perfect size to fit on this little mug. It's in the ornament section at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to put this right on the top, and then I'm going to put the rest of my marshmallows around. And I also have these little, they're candy cane clay slices. I've had these for a long time. I got them when I did nails, but you can get something similar on Play Code 3 or on Etsy. So I'm going to put a few of these on here too. So there's that one. And then I'm going to do the little deer. I'm going to do a 3-color whipped cream in this one. So I'm going to do red, white, and green. So I just have a small amount here in each bowl. I don't need to mix up the white, so I'll just use that straight out of my container. So I have a red, True Red from Anita's that I got at Hobby Lobby. Now the red is going to be the hardest one to get a nice bright red color. It tends to want to turn pink, so you want to make sure you have a really pigmented color, pigmented paint to put into your spackle. So just mix that around and see how it lightens up quite a bit there. It's still a pretty good color. I'm going to try adding a little bit more. You just want to be careful though, because your spackle will get too runny and then it won't hold the shape. So just be cautious how much you're adding. And then for the green, I'm going to use this new Shamrock from Apple Barrel. This is my favorite green of theirs, and it actually colors really well. Just mix that in. Now, if your spackling is pretty wet, you might have to end up adding some like cornstarch or joint compound powder or flour to thicken it up, because when you're trying to get these dark colors like this, you have to add quite a bit of paint, so you don't want it to get too runny. So you might need to thicken it up a little. So just keep that in mind. I have a piece of plastic wrap here, and I'm going to take my red and just put it in a strip on my plastic wrap. Then I want to put the white in between so it can kind of separate the two colors. So I'm going to put my white in the middle. And then I'm going to put my green on the other side. Now I'm going to take this and just roll it together. So I'm kind of like just folding it over. And then I'm going to kind of press these together. And then just roll the whole thing up. And then I'm going to take a piping bag and fit it for my tip. So I'm going to use a small tip for this one again. Okay, so now I have my tip in there. All the end is cut open and everything. So what I'm going to do is cut the end off of here, off of my saran wrap. And then I'm going to slide this inside of my bag here. I just want to press this down until all of the colors start to come out. Okay, so I got my little reindeer here. I'm going to do the same thing. Start filling the inside. So for this one, I'm going to do a little gingerbread man on top. And then I have little paper straw, so I'm going to cut a little piece of that off and put a little straw in. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of these little beads on. I got these on Amazon. They have no holes in them, so they look like real sprinkles. They're super cute. And then I have these other beads that also don't have holes in them from Amazon. And so I'm going to sprinkle some of these red small ones on here too. And these smaller ones are kind of metallic looking, and the other ones are like a flat color. So gives a little bit of variation. Deer with the multicolored topper. I did get less of the white, so I think I put like a smaller strip of the white in there, but you wouldn't even need the white. The red and the green look really cute by themselves. So let me know in the comments which one you like the best. I think my favorite is the snowman with the hot chocolate topper. I think he turned out really cute. Let me know which one you like, and I hope you guys have loved the tutorial, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.